This painting, titled Retreat from the Storm, was created around 1846 by the French artist Jean-François Millet. It depicts a woman and a child traversing a bleak, windswept landscape, gathering firewood as a storm approaches. The woman is shown bent forward, her posture shaped by the weight of the sticks she carries and the urgency of the coming weather. She wears a white headscarf, which stands out starkly against the dark, turbulent sky and the muted earth tones that dominate the composition. The child, small and vulnerable, clings closely to her side, reinforcing the sense of dependence and shared hardship. The sky, occupying a significant portion of the canvas, is heavy with storm clouds, amplifying the tension and sense of impending danger. Millet's arrangement of light and shadow draws the viewer's gaze directly to the figures, highlighting the precariousness of their situation and the daily struggle for survival faced by many rural families of the time. Today, this poignant work is on view at the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Fifth Avenue location, in Gallery 812. Millet's composition relies on a dramatic interplay of light and shadow to convey emotional weight. The primary light source appears to come from the left, casting gentle highlights across the woman's white headscarf and the child's face. These illuminated areas provide a striking contrast to the deep shadows that envelop much of the landscape and the figure's clothing. This use of chiaroscuro, a technique emphasizing the contrast between light and dark, serves to focus attention on the human subjects, setting them apart from the encroaching gloom of the storm. The brushwork is loose yet deliberate, particularly in the rendering of the firewood and the rough earth beneath their feet. These textured strokes communicate the physicality of the environment and the labor involved in their daily tasks. The overall palette is subdued, dominated by browns, blacks, and grays, which reinforces the somber mood and the harshness of rural existence. Through these compositional choices, Millet effectively translates the psychological tension of the moment into visual form, inviting the viewer to empathize with the figure's plight. The historical context in which Retreat from the Storm was painted is key to understanding its deeper significance. The 1840s in France were marked by widespread social and economic upheaval. Poor harvests and a prolonged recession led to a dramatic increase in rural poverty, with many peasants losing their homes and livelihoods. This crisis reached its peak in 1847, contributing to the political instability that culminated in the 1848 revolution and the fall of King Louis-Philippe. Millet's painting is a direct response to these conditions. Rather than presenting an idealized vision of rural life, he depicts the vulnerability and hardship experienced by the lower classes. The woman and child's modest bundle of firewood is not merely a compositional detail, it is a symbol of their struggle to meet basic needs. In choosing to focus on such a scene, Millet aligns himself with the realist movement, which sought to portray contemporary life honestly, without embellishment or romanticization. His work stands as a visual record of a society in crisis and a testament to the resilience of those most affected. Jean-François Millet's own background played a significant role in shaping his artistic vision. Born in 1814 in the Normandy region of France, Millet grew up in a rural environment, familiar with the rhythms and hardships of agricultural life. He received formal training at the École des Beaux-Arts in Paris, where he was exposed to academic traditions that favored historical, religious, or mythological subjects. However, Millet chose a different path, turning his attention to the lives of ordinary laborers and peasants. His style is characterized by a somber palette and robust, simplified forms, reflecting both his technical training and his personal connection to the countryside. Throughout his career, Millet demonstrated a consistent empathy for the rural poor, often portraying their daily toil with dignity and respect. Retreat from the Storm is considered one of his earliest explorations of this theme, marking the beginning of his commitment to realism and social commentary. In examining Millet's work, art historians frequently draw comparisons to two of his contemporaries, Eugène Delacroix and Honoré Daumier. Delacroix, a leading figure of the Romantic movement, was renowned for his emotional intensity and dynamic compositions. In Retreat from the Storm, Millet channels a similar sense of drama, particularly in the tension between the figures and the threatening sky. At the same time, the painting reflects the influence of Daumier, who was known for his graphic economy, using minimal detail and strong simplified forms to convey powerful narratives. Millet's ability to synthesize these influences results in a composition that is both visually restrained and deeply expressive. The emotional resonance of the scene is achieved not through overt gestures, but through subtle choices of posture, light, and form. In this way, Millet contributes a distinct voice to the development of 19th century realism. A closer look at the firewood carried by the woman reveals a layer of symbolism that is central to the painting's meaning. Firewood, in the context of rural France, represented a basic necessity, essential for warmth and cooking, especially in households with limited resources. The small, precarious bundle she carries underscores the fragility of their existence, particularly in the face of unpredictable natural forces such as the approaching storm. While Millet's approach to realism generally avoids overt allegory, scholars note that everyday objects in his work often serve as tangible reminders of the socioeconomic conditions of the time. The act of gathering firewood, depicted here with unvarnished honesty, becomes a symbol of perseverance and the struggle for survival. By elevating such a mundane task to the level of fine art, Millet invites viewers to reflect on the dignity inherent in ordinary labor and the broader social realities it represents. The journey of Retreat from the Storm, from its creation to its current home at the Metropolitan Museum of Art, is only partially documented. While the specific details of its early ownership remain uncertain, the painting is recognized as an important example of Millet's early work. Its inclusion in the Met's collection situates it within a broader narrative of 19th century French art and provides public access to a key moment in the evolution of realism. Displayed in Gallery 812, the painting is part of a context that encourages viewers to consider its historical and artistic significance, alongside related works. The museum's stewardship ensures that this piece remains accessible for study and appreciation by audiences from around the world. Millet's engagement with the theme of rural hardship did not end with this painting. He revisited the subject of Retreat from the Storm in a later, more developed work, now housed at the Denver Art Museum. This subsequent version expands on both the composition and the emotional intensity of the original, reflecting Millet's evolving style and deepening commitment to his subject matter. The earlier Met version likely served as a foundational study, allowing Millet to experiment with the arrangement of figures, the depiction of the storm, and the overall mood of the scene. Comparing the two works offers valuable insight into the artist's process and his sustained focus on the lives of rural peasants. It also highlights the ways in which Millet refined his approach to expressing vulnerability and resilience through visual means. The significance and legacy of Retreat from the Storm rest in its unflinching portrayal of rural adversity and its role in the broader development of realism. Millet's painting is not merely a record of a specific moment in French history, but a meditation on the universal themes of hardship, perseverance, and human dignity. By focusing on the everyday struggles of ordinary people, Millet challenged prevailing artistic conventions and expanded the scope of what was considered worthy of depiction. His influence can be traced in the work of later artists who sought to engage with social realities through their art. Today, Retreat from the Storm stands as a testament to the enduring power of painting to evoke empathy and to illuminate the conditions of its time. Its presence in a major museum ensures that its message continues to resonate, inviting viewers to reflect on the intersection of art, history, and humanity.